All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Renatus J.A.M. My name is Jay Stark. Joining me, as always, is my fearless co-host,
Mr. Matt Snyder.
Every single time. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Every single time. I swear, we need to be sponsored by a water company.
Kirtland Signature brand for all your water needs.
Not just good for the environment, good for your body, too.
That's right. BPA free.
I don't even know what... Never mind, I do know what
Bisphenol
BPA
A, my friend. And actually, I don't know if they are BPA free.
What?
If somebody knows, I want to know. Drop me a comment. I need to know about that.
We are going left already, Matthew.
NASCAR.
We haven't even been on Jam for 2 whole minutes. And you're like, yeah.
Uh-huh. Well.
All right. So, I actually learned this past week, and I need to give a shout out to Josh White, who taught me that the whole reason why NASCAR exists is for research. It's product and development research.
What?
So car companies will develop these new parts, these new vehicles, and they'll put them in their performance vehicles that are racing and have that race basically stress test the part for them.
So that must have been, that's probably how it started. Now it's bona fide racing, and they're not putting their, aftermarket exhaust for...
The reason why different companies get involved is basically for research and development.
But those cars are $1 million cars. That's kind of like with Supercross.
Yeah, but with regard to McLaren or Ford or GM.
You're saying, so you're saying like a McLaren would test equipment in NASCAR now?
Yes.
Huh. Well, that's a thought. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Anyway, I'm excited to be back on the Jam, and I already know the answer to this question, but Mr. Snyder, what's new and exciting?
Well, first of all, it's always good to ask questions you already know the answers to.
That's true. I should be a lawyer.
It's a very lawyery thing to do.
I would make a great lawyer.
I've learned it from lawyers. Yes.
I have also learned from lawyers that lawyers are liars.
No, I have not learned that. I've learned that some are, and they're always on the opposing team. So, yeah.
Oh, I did not quite expect that answer. That's funny.
Well, but what's new and exciting is the National. That is all that is top of mind for me.
That's new.
That's what I am working on and ironing out and trying to facilitate and make go off without a hitch.
Nice.
So that's what we're looking for.
All right. So today we were having this conversation with the team about the national conference. We're kind of doing our last minute rundown, our last minute walkthroughs. And one thing that the team brought up was several people have purchased multiple tickets and have yet to assign their additional tickets. Mm-hmm. Well, the problem with not assigning a ticket is the ticket has no name on it. Or we have 2 tickets with the same name on it.
Like Joe and Sheena, married couple or business partner and ICM.
Yeah.
And it'll be on both tickets, Joe and Sheena, and it needs to be Joe with a ticket and Sheena with a ticket, right?
Yeah.
So,
very much. We do have some of that, but more than that,
it's just empty tickets, right?
Yeah, we have an ICM. So, John Doe has purchased 3 tickets. So now John Doe has his name on 3 different tickets.
Right.
And we need all ICMs with multiple tickets to go out there and assign those tickets to the people that they want to have them. And then we need those people to go into Helios and actually accept the tickets.
Cool. Okay. All right.
So that's what we need, and we need that as soon as possible because, believe it or not, we are already printing name badges. We already have awards. We already have so much taken care of that for anybody whose name is doubled up, we're basically going to say, hey, we really tried to get your attention so that you would go out there and fix it for us. But if we have to reprint name badges at the national conference, you're going to be late for whatever session because we're basically going to make you wait to the side until we're ready.
Yeah. Just get it taken care of now.
Much easier to get it taken care of now.
Yeah,
So
very.
The team is committed to reaching out to every single person that is doubled up on a ticket right now. So inside of the next day or two, you'll be getting contacted, probably by email first, and then maybe an angry phone call. I'm just kidding. Won't be angry. But, yeah.
Are you sure?
No.
Yeah. No. If I'm calling, it's going to be an angry phone call. I don't know.
It's not that cold.
Actually,
outside,
it would be.
We're not going to put you on the phones.
I was going to say, if I got to make a phone call, I'm going to be pretty angry because I got a lot of other things to be doing now.
So many things to be doing.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, in just reviewing the layout and the operational side of the national conference, it got me so stinking excited to be with everybody again.
Me too.
Just ridiculously excited.
Yeah, you kind of run through it in your mind, and I remember past nationals. And boy, it's such an emotional roller coaster for me, especially just the excitement and anxiety / maybe stress, fear that everything's not, we want everything to work right and go off well and happen the way it's supposed to and the way we planned. But it is so exciting and like, you go through like this emotional high almost, and then Saturday night you kind of come down off of it. It's like, it's over. It's like a trip to Disneyland or something. At the end, you're like, it's over. Like, or whatever. A good trip to Disneyland.
Right? Not a crazy trip with 6 kids.
Yeah, not
those are the kinds of trips that I take.
Oh, those are. So, the kind where you're like, this trip ended too soon.
Right.
Those trips.
Right.
So, anyways,
the leaders retreat. Those trips are always over too soon.
Yeah, they are. And I always have to mentally prepare because I get so... Like, I kind of feel like let down, down at the end. It's like, it's over.
Right.
Like, it's sad. It's, I don't know.
Yeah,
anyways.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So where are we going for the leaders retreat this year?
I don't think we've not discussed that, have we?
If you want to know, be at the national conference.
Yeah, you better be at the national conference.
What?
Find out, because I'm very, very excited about this one because there's a particular activity that I want to partake in, and
it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be amazing, and it will be warm and amazing.
Warm and amazing, and doing an activity that I really like to do.
So,
not that one. Get your head out of the gutter.
Oh, that was worse than a left turn. That was an about face.
No, this one is. Anyways, I'm super excited, but it'll be a fun trip. And so be at the national, and gosh dang it, be at the leaders retreat, man. This is gonna be fun and hanging out with people.
Yes.
Like, it's just so different when it's like you get to like leaders retreat is so fun when it's you're sitting by the pool, or like this last one in Cabo. Me and my dad, we come walking down like 90 flights of stairs, by the way. So you could wait for a cart to pick you up or whatever. We're like, we'll just walk, and we end up walking down to the pool, and it's like a mile away. Anyways, we should have waited, but anyways, we get all the way down there, and it was just so fun because it was all Renatus people at this pool.
Yeah.
We're just hanging out. My dad gets in, and then like people start to gather around as he's kind of talking about marketing and all this stuff. And it was really fun. It was like this almost impromptu training that took place.
Man.
And we played volleyball, and it was water volleyball, so much fun. And anyways, just
it makes you feel like you can actually jump high.
Yeah, it does, because it takes slower to come back down.
And you're like, it's like, I'm flying.
Yeah, it feels a little bit like it.
So I got to tell you that Bob Snyder is better without a script than most people are with one.
I would agree with that.
And in his conversations, he's got 37 years of direct sales network marketing experience to draw from.
Yeah.
And so he can just bring it all forward just on command. It is crazy cool.
He can, I know, and I'll ask him like for help with certain things or something. Hey, what do you think I should do for this slide or something? And then he'll say it so eloquently, like he was on stage and had prepared it already,
like he was already thinking
about it. And I was
like,
you'll slow down. I'm trying to type this out, or like. Anyways,
that's awesome.
He's so good at it.
And There is no better place to hang out with Bob Snyder than at the Leaders Retreat.
For sure.
Because you can get those quiet moments with him or these impromptu trainings where he'll tell you stories that he's not going to tell anywhere else.
Hang out at the pool.
He'll give advice and direction that he wouldn't anywhere else. But back to the national conference.
Yeah. Sorry, not to get ahead of ourselves.
No.
But
I'm stupid excited for the Leaders Retreat, and we're going to talk all about that coming up.
But the Nationals is its own beast, man. It's its own sense of fun. It's so awesome.
Yes.
You know, just the training and the excitement and the energy and seeing all your people.
Today, I'm going to disclose something a little bit here.
All right.
Today, we actually took delivery of all of the individual awards that were given out.
That we did.
And I was like a little kid on Christmas.
He was.
I was jumping up and down. I was like, look at all these trophies.
He really, really, truly was. He gets so excited. It's awesome. I do too, but not to the level like Jay does.
It was ridiculous.
Really excited about this stuff. It was
ridiculous. And I am.
It's like more like, not like Christmas. You're more like the parent on Christmas night when you know you got your kid this amazing present and you can't wait to give it to him because you know what it's going to mean to him. And anyways, and so
and you know what it means to you.
You know what it means to you. Exactly.
I love it, and I cannot wait to start the national conference. And I was actually thinking about it right now. 1 week from right now, we will be at the Davis Conference Center with our peeps.
Yeah, we will. Yep.
So, as a form of reminder for everybody on the line, we will open check-in at 6 p.m. at the Davis Conference Center. So, if you want to check in the day before, get your name tag, get your shirt, get your journal, get your pen, all that fun stuff, we'll be open Wednesday at 6 p.m. right in front of the room, the same room that we're going to be hosting the national conference in. That's where we're going to be. It will save you time Thursday morning. And we just decided yesterday that we're actually going to incentivize those people who show up Wednesday night and check in early by giving you first pick over a selection of different swag that will not be available to the whole crowd. It's only going to be available to those people that check in first. Come early, get yours, and you'll get hooked up. And if you don't, it's all good. You'll still get everything that we promised you that you'll get. You just may not get some of the extra stuff.
Yep.
So come early.
Totes.
Come Wednesday night and join us. The other things, let's see here. On Saturday in particular. So on Thursday and on Saturday, both days, the conference center is actually going to lay out a spread, and anybody who wants to pay to have lunch there as opposed to going off-site somewhere is welcome to stay there at the Davis Conference Center. Now, that's Thursday and Saturday. On Saturday, our lunch break is actually going to be a little bit shorter than normal, so we're going to encourage everybody to actually do lunch there at the Davis Conference Center.
Yep.
As many people as we can get anyway.
Yeah.
So just so everybody kind of keeps that. And if you have special dietary needs, any of that fun stuff, plan ahead.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
We're all adults. You know what you need. So take care of yourself.
Yeah, take care of yourself. Make sure that you get, whatever it is that you need. If you need something extra or different or whatever, just take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else do we need to know about the national conference? I can't wait to see everybody. It's gonna be awesome.
Looking forward to seeing you all. Particularly, there's a lot of people that I'm looking forward to seeing as well. But I also will be running around with my figurative head chopped off, right? Like trying to make sure everything's running right and so I'm sorry if I can't or don't give you as much time as I want to spend with each and every person because I love it.
Your responsibilities at this national conference in particular have been expanded upon. You will have, you will be kind of all over the place trying to get people taken care of.
Yes, I will.
The masses. You know, it just dawned on me, just barely, that this is going to be our last jam for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We won't be having one next week.
Or the week after.
That's right.
So it'll be the week after that. It'll be the, 5th, 6th, 13th. I think April 13th will be the next time we have the jam.
We better come back with a fantastic guest.
Oh, I got somebody in mind.
Do you?
I do.
All
we'll
right,
talk later.
We'll talk.
So,
I do too. We'll talk. It's probably the same person.
Probably.
We'll talk.
Probably. The last thing about the national conference is we have one last deadline. One last one.
We do?
We do. One last deadline before.
Is it the banquet?
It is.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
That deadline is tomorrow at midnight. So that is the 24th of March.
Yeah.
At midnight. Actually, let me just say 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time.
Warning. Yeah, don't go past that time or date. We're warning you now. If you got a banquet order, or if you want to, somebody going to the banquet, get the order in now.
Yes.
So just don't wait.
Don't wait. Make sure that they get their ticket in now so that we don't get left behind. We have to submit final counts. I'm actually going to do it Friday morning at 12:01 a.m. is when I'm going to submit it.
Final, like capital F. So
yeah, if you do not buy your ticket before that, you will not be in the banquet. I'm sorry, but we have to have a cutoff so that we can get the order placed.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, and there will be bouncers.
Yes.
Checking the door.
You know what? Alvin just said that he's telling Narcissus Eatum that the banquet is still open. It is still open.
Yes, it is
still open.
Still open as of right now.
As of right now.
Till tomorrow.
Yes. If you
midnight.
Do not get a ticket before tomorrow at midnight Mountain Time. I keep saying that because we always have people that confuse time zones.
Yeah.
They will be tickets will still be available. They just will not include the banquet.
Yeah, it's those people in Hawaii, isn't it? They're like, but it's like 9 o'clock. What's the problem?
What are they? They're like 5 hours different
They're
from us.
3 or 4, depending on.
Oh, I thought it was 5 or 6.
It's only 3. That's the flight.
Oh,
it's 5 or 6 out, but like it's only 3 or they're 3 or 4 depending on the
in Hawaii.
Time change.
Do they abide by like Mexican time?
Yes, and I love it.
Okay,
I'm so for it.
Like Islander time.
Yeah, in 2017,
we'll
I went to the Hawaii Regional, and it was phenomenal.
Nice.
But people, flip flops and Hawaiian shirts, right? Like, and that's business
casual
attire. It's really like how
you
people
know what?
showed up, and I love it. I'm so for it.
That's a good point that I forgot to mention on this call. Is what are the dress standards for the national conference?
Well, we always say business casual, but that turns business or business casual, right?
Yep.
But that's a very subjective thing these days, I've found, and
that's true.
And I don't really know what matters. I mean, like you have, anything from full blown suit and tie, pocket square, cufflinks,
right,
to like a t-shirt, jeans, and a suit coat or something.
Yeah, that's become kind of a new trendy standard.
Yeah, it has. And like, I've been to like other types of events and seen people get on stage like that and train like that. And so, we don't have, let me try to say this right. We have presenters that are professional enough and have enough respect for themselves and the audience that they actually get dressed appropriately for the for the conference. Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know, man. I got some not suit and ties. I got a shirt and tie with like a vest.
Nice.
'Cause I get hot.
Yeah.
I get so hot in a jacket, and then if I don't want to take my jacket off, I leave it somewhere, and those things are like $300 or some stupid number for. I hate the price of suit clothes. It's like
so that brings up another interesting thing. You are responsible for your stuff at the national conference. Now, luckily, most people that purchased were able to reserve a seat. However, we do have people that have not been able to reserve a seat because they're in the overflow.
Yeah.
So for those people that have reserved a seat, you don't have to leave your stuff at the table because you can come back and you'll have your seat, no problem. For anybody who is in the overflow, that may not be the case. However, you are all responsible for your own stuff. So if you leave it there, it's at your own risk.
Right.
Now, I don't know that we've ever had a problem in the past except for one time.
The one time when you stole iPad, if I remember.
It was not thievery.
Well, you were the lost and found. So
one
it was
day,
just funny that
I'm still bitter about this. And one day when I'm no longer bitter, I will tell the whole story. But I will just let everyone involved know the cops were involved. It was so bad.
it was. It is a grand story. We'll have to tell it sometime. So
yes.
I would like to fire up the cameras and do like a separate story on there, like a separate podcast on that story.
Yeah, maybe we will.
I don't know. Anyways, what else? Anything else?
Yeah, there was.
Anybody got questions, comments?
Oh yeah, Alvin Lamb did ask if they purchase the ticket today, will they still be able to indicate whether or not they've made the $100K in real estate? They will. The later they go on purchasing the ticket, the less likely that we will be able to recognize them at the National.
Yeah.
So if they purchase the ticket the night before, we're not going to redo the whole awards banquet for that individual. Sorry.
Yeah. Insincere sorry.
Right. Should have done it sooner.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So, do me a favor for anybody who's online with us, tag your friends that need to hear any of the information that we've covered so that they can take part in it as well. But I think that's really the long and short of it with the national conference.
Yeah, it is.
I can't wait to see everybody there. I'm telling you, unloading all of those trophies today, one by one, lovingly cradling these tokens of appreciation and then setting them on the table just got me so excited.
Yeah.
So excited to see everybody.
I can confirm. I mean, he really did. He got all just like kid in a candy store kind of excited. It was funny.
I love it.
So it was a very genuine excitement to be able to award you all with, a token of your efforts.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. All right, Mr. Snyder.
Yes.
Now, I would introduce our guest for the podcast, but I think I might, cross some lines here. So,
you would you?
I think I might.
You're gonna turn it to the left turn line crosser.
I'm going to give it to the one. We all expect to cross line. Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
will you introduce our guest?
I would love to. That's another thing I'm very excited for, is our guest today. This is somebody that not only works for us here at the corporate office, but has become a dear friend of mine. Somebody that bleeds Renatus blue, and the reason being, or the big reason that we love having this individual around, is because her values are congruent with Renatus values, and she operates with the utmost integrity, honesty, and probably maybe even, I'm not going to say most importantly, but right up there, she has a sense of humor, and that is key around here. And so it's just
and she's a presenter at the national conference.
She's a presenter at the national conference, and somebody that you guys have seen a lot from, and we love having out because she gives such a great idea of what to do to maintain compliance, because I know that can be a tricky thing.
It can. It's a slippery slope.
I want to bring out Krista Cook, our compliance officer.
Krista Crook!
Thank you.
Oh, no. Are you still muted?
I don't think so.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Yeah. But I do have to start by redeeming all of the reputation of all the attorneys out there.
Oh,
Not
go
all
ahead.
of us are bad.
That's what I said. I was like,
You know what? 99.
I couldn't say anything before,
No.
so I just had to sit here and wait my turn.
We've had this discussion a little bit. I believe, so you've got doctors, you've got lawyers, you've got police officers, you've got all these jobs out there where it's a very small percentage of the population that I believe causes all the problems, right? They become, like you get a bad officer and they can really cause a lot of problems. You get a bad lawyer or a lawyer who's willing to do dishonest things or whatever. And then anyways,
here's the deal.
Yeah.
99% of lawyers give the rest a bad name.
Ouch.
Oh, no. That has not been my experience, because we've had 3 that have been in-house counsel here and worked for us.
Yep.
And I would say all 3 of them operated with the. Maybe we're just good at finding them.
Yeah, I
don't
was gonna
know.
say, maybe we got the 1%.
Because they were all great, honest, ethical individuals. And so that's what I look for in a lawyer. I don't.
So Alvin Lamb is telling us, and this is for our production team, Mr. James, that there's an echo coming across the stream.
Uh-oh. Echo.
Oh, great. Now Matt's going to try to make it worse. That's funny. That is funny.
Oh, shoot.
So, all right. Miss Krista, you are an important, I can't even say that with enough emphasis here. You are a vital, a crucial, a critical member of the home team and have been with us for how long now?
So I started as an independent contractor doing legal work back in 2018.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah. And then it was after my first nationals, the 2019 nationals, that I came on board as an employee.
Okay,
that's right.
2019 was Renatus Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
it was.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she watched the Renatus Rocks National Conference and was like, "Come on board, guys. Let's do this."
No, like for real. It was one of those things where I was sitting there and I remember because the flashing lights and the smoke mist stuff, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And then Mark,
this is so much better than the courtroom.
It is. I just kind of sat in the back. I was like, sweet, like I can just watch and take it all in. It was great.
That's right.
It was funny because there was a time when I felt like, have you guys ever seen Congo, the movie, or read the book by Michael Crichton?
I don't believe
so.
I have.
It's about. Okay, I'm not going to get into it. It's about a bunch of apes that have been trained to defend a certain part of Africa where a diamond is and blah, blah, blah.
Gotcha, okay.
No.
Spoiler alert.
The whole point is that on the walls, as the scientists are discovering this area, they see the words, "We are watching you." And so I have to admit, the first time that you were sitting at the National, I was like, is she sitting there going, "I'm watching everybody. I'm taking notes."
Yeah, right.
Oh, they just said something wrong.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. Since
I might
then,
have been. I don't remember. That's not what I remember from it.
You need to get a note-taking device. I'm just saying.
I guess.
So since then, it has become very apparent that your direction and your emphasis is not to restrict people. It is instead to liberate them with the correct direction. You're kind of like the guardrails on the highway, right? You're trying to keep people from flying off the road and killing themselves. You're trying to keep them going down the road.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I appreciate your attitude, your work ethic, your moral compass on trying to not only keep the company and all of its affiliates in line, but also to do it in a non-abrasive and a fun way. You're like the Mark Kohler of compliance.
What?
He can take tax and legal, some of the most dry stuff, and make it entertaining. And you do the same thing for compliance.
You do.
That's kind of a lot of pressure for nationals now, Jay.
It's a huge compliment is what it is. And he's right. It's true. So,
I appreciate that. But, it comes from, within. It comes from our internal team and it comes from our marketers, because I wouldn't be able to do that in the way that I do if they weren't willing to meet me halfway.
Right.
And so it makes a night and day difference.
But see, that right there, even that attitude of wanting to meet them halfway, instead of just saying, no, you cannot, you must this, you're saying, hey, let's talk about it and make sure that we're at a place where we both understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And I love that. And I have heard several times from several different marketers about how they were a little hesitant at first when they got an email from you, but then they worked with you and they're like, oh, Krista's great.
Well, and I've gotten the same thing. And it's one of those things where at first they're like, oh, I don't know what to expect. Is this kind of like I'm in trouble and you're going to boot me out or what? And I'd like to think that once we get through it, they realize I'm just here to help. I'm not looking to cause any problems. I want to fix whatever we need to so that we can all do it together and move down that highway.
Yeah.
And keep going.
That's awesome. So why did you pick Renatus?
Because of the national conference.
Really?
Yes, it seriously was. It was during that. I don't know what it was.
I do. Head to the heart.
There it is.
We've talked about this a million times.
100%. That's exactly what it was, because I wasn't even an employee then, and it was, still kind of exploring all my options. And I had done prosecution stuff before. I had been at the AG's office. I'm like, where do I go? I just thought
you had options.
Yeah, I just thought that that's where I would end up. And I couldn't figure it out, but being there and being surrounded by everybody, and just all the love and acceptance and seeing what this really was and how it helped so many people. I was like, I'm in.
Much. I love it.
It was great.
Well, that's cool. It's a head to the heart. It's the intangible quality about the National that we've talked about a lot on this podcast. So but thank you for coming on board. I was lobbying hard for you to do that. So back then I was like, you got it.
Well, I'm glad, because now when you get sick of me, you'll know you're stuck with me for good.
And
it's all your fault, man.
Now,
it's never happened.
Now I'm going to have to blame you. It's your fault.
Yeah, is it mine? Well, when Jay gets sick of you, but I've never
I think it's already happened.
I've never been sick of you, so it's never happened.
No, working with you is truly, it's exceptional. Just because
a lot of fun
you have
together.
Such a great sense of humor and such an ability to adapt.
Important.
Oh, very important. And you're non abrasive. You find solutions rather than just point at problems, which is a huge difference to me, with the way that I've seen other 99% lawyers.
Of
lawyers.
The
99% operate. They just like to point at the problem and say, this is a problem. But
that doesn't fix anything.
Exactly.
That doesn't help anybody.
It doesn't.
Yeah. So you promote change. You promote growth. I like it.
Perfect. I can do that.
Yes. And she'll help you make $1 million.
Oh my gosh. That is not going to happen.
I just have to throw that out there to
you'll never hear me say that. Never.
I about threw in some guarantees and some jumps. Nice. I was like, but I refrained. It's sorry, Krista. I'm sorry.
No, you're
you
not.
Always have to.
You're not sorry at all.
So I know you spoke to it just a little bit, but give us a little bit better perspective on your background. Where were you before you came to Renatus, and what experience did you have, before us?
Okay. So during my last year of law school, I spent about 9 months doing city attorney stuff. And so, speeding tickets, all those kind of things.
Yeah, that's fun.
Boring.
I thought it was kind of fun.
Did you? You liked it? That's cool. Well, that's why you became a lawyer. That's right, though.
No, but this is why I thought it was fun. Because people would come in, they didn't even realize that they were showing up for a trial. They were like, but I have pictures here. There was a tree that was blocking the stop sign, or, or I didn't know I was speeding, or, all these different things. And they had no idea. They were there they thought they were there to talk and figure it out. And it was supposed to be a trial. So I really liked the ability to go over the case with them. That was fun for me to show them and to fix it beforehand.
Oh, you liked to fix it.
I did.
Yeah, that's okay. You want to help people. That's awesome.
She wanted to educate people.
Yeah.
And help them to find the right See this?
I never looked at it that way.
This right here, this is perfect. This is exactly what makes you so phenomenal with Renatus and with our group.
That's true.
Thank you.
Is you look to empower people with information and then to find the best solution for everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I never thought of it that way, but I like that.
That's the way I think of you.
Well, thank you.
Even though you are Canadian.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
I'm still trying to work on saying my words the proper way.
Oh, man.
That's not proper. It's not. Don't let him. Please don't let him get you. Yeah. You say bag if you want to.
Bag. Put it in the bag.
Let him make fun of you. Make fun of him. He says bag.
I know, like
a chump.
So weird.
like a chump. It's really funny. I really do like to tease Krista about certain words like resources.
Yeah.
Because I try to tell her that here in the promised land, we say resources.
Yeah, we do.
And
but then we say stuff like mountain. We've talked about this, right? The Utah thing. The Layton. We're going to hold the national conference in Layton, Utah.
Just because you-ons don't say T for whatever reason.
Yeah, why is that?
I have no idea. It drives me crazy.
Yeah,
though.
Me too. That's
I
weird.
did not grow up in Utah. I grew up in the Ohio.
Yeah, condolences. It's worse than Canada.
I can pronounce my T's.
Yeah.
So who's worse off here? And I don't have to use the letter Z to replace S all the time.
Yeah.
What's the
I
other
don't say
one?
Z when
So
I
what
do
do
the
you do?
alphabet
There
with
you
my
go.
kids,
What
though.
do you do? There's
What
got to be
do I
something
do?
in Ohio that they do or something.
So when I first moved here, everybody told me I had an accent.
Okay.
And it was because I had a little bit of a drawl
Yeah.
coming out of Ohio.
Yeah.
Where, especially because I grew up just outside of Cleveland. And so I had just a little bit of a drawl, a little bit of a... I don't want to call it Southern because obviously it wasn't in the South, but it was kind of in that same vein.
Yeah.
And it's gone. It's been gone for years. But yeah.
Huh.
So
Well, I spent 4 months in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
And I came back. I didn't say I didn't like come back with really like an accent per se, but I would say things that they say
Yeah.
the way they say it. Like,
Right.
you know.
Don't
I would
you
just
know?
say, yeah, like I would just say, oh yeah, you know, and I would catch that, like, and people kind of pointed, what is it? What do you?
It's been long enough for me that I don't even remember. But there's another word that I like to catch you on all the time. I'm trying to think of what it is. Resources is one. What's the other one?
Cease and desist.
Cease.
Cease.
Yes.
I'm learning.
Yes.
Cease.
It's amazing what you can learn when you get made fun of every day.
That's the kind, caring, compassionate workplace that we love to operate in here.
Here we go.
Yes.
Is that where my sense of humor is supposed to come in?
You gotta have one to be here.
Just take all of the bullying.
You'll take a gentle ribbing. Everybody, it's
man.
just everybody gets it.
It's what makes you so much fun to work with.
That's right.
You know, your focus and the direction that you're facing with our ICMs is what makes you such a valuable team member. But your sense of humor is what just adds the cherry on top. You know, you really are the whole package of everything that we could hope for and everything that our marketers could hope for. So
Thank you.
You rock.
Aw, thanks. It's because of Renatus. I have become much better in who I am and what I do from being here. So it makes a difference.
That's what I love about Renatus. Is it's more than just education in a sense of like it's also there's a culture or an underlying tone of self-development
and empowerment and accountability.
And accountability and like really taking ownership of your decisions, your life, and making it better. Education is just one of the great vehicles to do that with, but there's a culture underlying that I feel like is not fake, because I have seen it in other companies, and I felt personally like it was kind of fake. And
it's all talk. And
and it wasn't really, and so I love that. And I
just said,
I did. I'm still there. It came back. I love though that you said that about Renatus, because it's the way I feel about it.
Yeah, me too.
Anyways,
me too. And I mean, it's everyone from Bob down, right?
Yeah.
The mission statement is written in such a way that it should highlight for everyone involved, everyone who gets to know us, that we are all about empowering people to become the change they wish to see in the world. Yeah. And if that's you, if that's anybody who's on the line, then you belong with us. And if it's not, then maybe you need to look for an opportunity elsewhere, because we're all about taking accountability for who we are. We're all about empowering people to go out there and create their own success and to drive their own vehicle forward rather than expecting somebody else to do it for them. And I feel like that Renatus has given you a place where you could magnify that, but that is you, that's who you are, and so that's what makes you a perfect fit for us.
But I wouldn't have been able to magnify it otherwise. It has made me step out of my comfort zone, like
getting on a podcast.
Podcast on Facebook Lives, on Stage for Nationals.
Yeah.
Like, if I could not do that, that would have been way easier. But I do see the growth in it, as much as I like to harp on you guys for making me do it.
Are you nervous to speak on stage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's okay.
Let's see. Let's pick at this one.
Oh God.
You're gonna be in front of hundreds of people, all staring at you.
Well, me too.
You're gonna scare Matt too.
I don't need additional scaring.
The difference.
But he's going to be up there too. But the difference is first of all, he does it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Second
and
of all, he's very
it.
good at it. It's like driving a car at this point where he just does it,
Yeah,
and,
he's like one of those self-driving cars. Like,
but
it just
if he gives us too much crap here, I mean, I think I'm in control of some things that.
Oh, trust me, I will.
I could crank some dials when I was up there.
Oh man, that would be so funny. All of a sudden, Matt's in the middle of his presentation and the lights go out. Whoops! I tripped over a cord, guys.
Again, why it's important to have a flashlight. Okay.
Oh,
then I would just do this. So, anyways,
what I was saying was. Oh man, I cannot wait for the national conference.
Me too.
And I got to tell you, Krista, the last couple of years as you've presented at the national, you have done a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
And
I'm getting better, slowly but surely. I will get there.
We all are, though. None of us start as good as we become. And so
that's true.
You are actively engaged in the process of becoming. And that, I'm telling you, it's awesome. I'm super happy that you're with us, and I'm super happy you're coming to the national.
Thank you.
And
I am too.
I got to tell you, yesterday, Bob gave me a sneak peek of what he's presenting at the national conference.
Ooh.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it is incredible.
Yeah.
Good.
It's going to be so cool.
Hard at work. I actually just talked. He's isolated himself, and he is refining.
Yes, he's in his fortress of solitude right now.
He is, and he's going through that refining process. I see him go through every national where he's just got to get everything dialed in. Like he's got it all laid out. It's just
the best part is
fine tuning.
Every time that I talk with him, like he'll start talking, and then all of a sudden he'll be this little spark of inspiration.
Yeah, he'll spark something.
And so you'll start to hear him typing in the background.
He's got something, and I know it's funny.
I love it. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. National is going to be great. Thank you for all that you do, and for making Renatus rock even harder with you on board.
Oh, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
You're awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Well, on behalf of myself, on behalf of Mr. Matt Snyder, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Andrew James, who takes care of us every week as our producer. I also want to just one last reminder, get your national conference tickets now. Do not wait. The banquet will close tomorrow at midnight. That's the 24th.
You want to be at that banquet.
Banquet.
Trust me, you want to be at that
banquet. That is the heart, the warm, the feels, the love.
It's like,
ooey,
when you
gooey
I was gonna say
Oreo.
I was just gonna say, when you eat a cinnamon roll and you get to the very center swirl.
Yes.
That's what the banquet is.
It's been bathed in that syrupy cinnamon goodness.
Yes, it has.
Oh yes.
That is the banquet.
That is the banquet.
You want to be there.
Not just that, we are having offers that will only be made at the national conference, coming from the national. Information that will be shared nowhere else but the national conference. And we are going to have presentations along with laughter, tears of joy, hugs, happiness, all the good things that come
inspiration.
Along with inspiration. Yeah. Yes.
And you're learning about billing.
You billing if you're willing.
If you're willing.
Hello.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I am super excited for the national conference like I have never been before. And a lot of it's got to do with the fact we haven't been together for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I am ridiculously excited for that.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
It does. But, oh man, Jandy Fitzsimmons I just dished up a French cinnamon roll for my husband.
Nice.
That is so cruel.
That is such a brutal thing to do to us.
I think we need a DoorDash after this.
Well, don't we have some? We got some cookies up there, I think, still.
We
some
know
donuts.
we have some donuts.
And
Thank you, Richard
yes.
Stock. Big shout out to Richard Stock for the donuts.
For bringing us donuts. We do accept bribes. They won't get you far, but they'll keep us happy.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, big shout out to everyone that makes this Renatus opportunity go round. That includes every single person who's associated with us. Thanks for being with us. We will see you in 3 weeks, something like that. We'll be back, but we'll see everybody
see you in a week
at the national
That's
conference.
Right. In 1 week, we will see. We'll see you all in a week.
Yeah, buddy. All right, thanks everybody. We'll see you. Renatus rocks.